Hey guys, happy 4th of July weekend. Thought I'd do an update on this week's Bullseye trades by Jeff Bishop. So very quick introduction and then we'll get into the trade a little bit. So for you guys that don't know, Jeff Bishop is the co-founder of Raging Bull, a really awesome stock and options alert service, community education service, really good. And so for the last couple of months I've been taking a record of every single trade that comes out from this one service called Bullseye Trades. So I've written it up in this article, so I'm trying to keep a whole track record, total transparency, so you guys can see everything that's come out of this service in 2022. So I'll leave this link in the description and you can go and check it out and read all about this stuff. So basically it's one trade every Monday morning. You get an email, a notification detailing what the trades are, and I've put some of them, all of 2022 into this article here, so you can see all these different dates and different contracts and everything, so you can actually go back and backtest these yourself and see how they would have worked out for you. So the vast majority have been winners. You can see all the green here, 300%, 40%, a couple of losses thrown in, there's a 30% loss, but some big winners as well, 400%, 300%, 100%. It's been one of the most consistent services even in this down market, and it's been really pretty strong. So as you can see here, I started making videos. If you haven't seen the rest of the series, you can find them on this article. I've every week, like this one, going into more detail about each trade to try and give people a better idea of what's involved. So like I said, you get one trade on Monday morning. I think the service is like $95 for the year currently. That might change, and I thought I'd go through each trade. So they're usually call options even in this down market. Jeff's been really good at finding relative strength and figuring out what the market's doing, which is really difficult to do. And unfortunately for a lot of people that just signed up for Bullseye Trade this week, even though the last few weeks, and you can see the different winners like here and the last one, it's been like such a solid track record, just winner after winner after winner. Unfortunately for a lot of people that have been watching this series, they signed up this week, and of course, as luck would have it, we ended up with a losing trade on Meta, also known as Facebook. I think it'll be hard for me to really call this Meta for a while, but slowly starting to sink in. We'll see. Anyway, so this week's Bullseye, it's done and dusted. It was Meta, July 8th, 2022, obviously 175 calls near 350. So if we go over to the Bullseye dashboard, by the way, I'm always a real member of services that I'm talking about and going through. I don't always take the trades. This one I did, took a small loss on it, nothing that I really care about, which is unfortunate, but it is what it is. I think the biggest mistake that people make with alert services is they don't give them enough time. They'll take one or two trades, and if those ones happen to be losers, then they miss out on all the winners because they kind of give up and move on to something else. So if that sounds like you, stick with stuff, especially Bullseye Trades. It has an amazing track record this year. So let's go through the trade a little bit. So here's the actual alert that comes out. This was on June 27th, so on Monday this past week. It's currently Saturday. And you can kind of see, you get a rough idea. I'm really happy with how last week went. So last week's one was amazing. So last week's one was this one, Visa, and it was at its peak 150% winner. But I highly doubt anybody hit the exact top, but certainly would have got at least somewhere between 20 and 150%, depending on how they played it. So go back here. So he's saying maybe even went higher actually, maybe 300% by the sounds of it. So you can see sometimes my results in here might actually be conservative, which is better than over-exaggerating, right? This is what Jeff said. Now for this week, I still think the markets are going to grind higher, although I think we have had seen easy for me to say, seen the sharpest moves already. It will probably be choppy, but I think we'll see more FOMO buyers step in and try to establish a new rally for the market. I think that'll be short-lived, but it should be a good trading environment. So that was part of the reason he went with the beat-up Meta stock. He went into a lot more detail than I'm going to here. He does an 11 o'clock Eastern time live webinar where he talks about all his technicals and everything in more detail. But you get the rough gist just from this simple explanation kind of here. So here was the trade details. I like how he highlights them for you. But unfortunately this time it just didn't work out. So if we go and look at the actual contracts on my Thinkorswim, This is the last 5 days, so this was Monday right here. Let me see, is that right? It's 27th. Yeah, so 27th was here. So if you're getting in on this time, you can see this is the options, not the underlying stock. So the option prices are on the right here. So it looked like on Monday you get in around 350. I generally have been holding off, so I didn't actually buy it up here. But I know most people that were following the rules that Jeff lays out probably would have. I actually bought it, I think, here. Because I've been giving it a day or two just to chill. Sometimes I'll miss them, but often you'll get a pullback and then I'll run into the end of the week. But in this case, we just had a move down lower, so it wasn't the best. So the people that got in at 350, unfortunately, would have been down around here pretty quickly, and that was the stop loss. So very quickly, probably a 50% loss on this one, unfortunately. We just saw the market weaken and nothing really rallied like it usually has. So it's probably around a 50% loss, unfortunately, on Meta. And you can look at the actual stock here. You can pull it up. Just let me zoom out. So you can see what happened with the actual stock. Just, just down, kind of stopped out. I think he said 161, which was around here pre-market on this day. So I stupidly got in here thinking that maybe we just touched the stop and bounced and we were going to see a rally, but that didn't work out. So overall, losing trade this week, but I'm not concerned. I mean, if you look at the overall market for the week, so we go back here, it just basically followed the market, right? So in this case, Jeff was not right. The market did actually just kind of flop all week. So nothing too concerning. Like I said, don't be put off if this is your first week on Bullseye trades. The history speaks for itself. Look, winner, 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 winner. So the last loss was back in here, so March. So, of course, we're long overdue for a loss, and in this market, it's pretty amazing how well this trade alert service is holding up. So, yeah. Hopefully that's helpful, and hopefully this week's Bullseye trade will be a lot better. Alright guys, catch you later.